So after all the whole research that we've made, now we are now going to design our flyer. So yeah, if you are designing, every design has its own template, so make sure you choose the template. That's why I choose flyer. So now I want to continue with my design. Normal, if you choose Canva, we want to suggest a template for you. Go back, because you are a designer, not random person that will just go to Canva and edit template that some graphic designer has already made. I want to be sure that my stuff that I downloaded really download. So that's what I'm checking here. So I'll go back to my workboard, then I'll go to gallery. This is my gallery. I want to pick the things that I downloaded. Let me first of all pick the background of that party, social event, if you do not forget. So I'm going to align it to cover the whole working space. So it has covered the workspace. Now that is the first thing I want to do. Now as it has covered the whole workspace, you might want to wonder, what is this guy planning to do? So I'm going to pick a shape. Let me pick a shape, rectangle, or any shape. Rectangle shape is better. Let me check if it will give me what I needed. No, I need rectangle shape. So I have to go back and type rectangle. I don't like all this shape, because I want the shape that I want to put under my working space to cover the first image that I put there. So it has given me, and by default it gave me the color of this my image. So that is not what I want to use. Now make sure you use it to cover every part. You see, I want to use to cover it, cover the workspace, cover it. Why are you covering it? That is the question you are having in your mind. Let me spare your curiosity. I will change the color to black. I just want to create a good background effect. I've changed the color to black. Now what I want to do afterward is that I want to go to transparency. At that bottom icons, go to transparency. You can see that is transparency. So the transparency, I want to reduce the transparency so that the background image will be showing faintly. I don't want it to be sparkly. I want it to be showing faintly. That is what I want to do. You can see it faintly, just that it will be faint, and it will create a very sweet background for your design. You can see it is not that glaring like that. I just want something that will be faint. Although as I keep designing, if I still need to make it bold, as in show a bit, I will still do that. But for now, let's keep it like this. It is no more ordinary black, but you can see some kind of design at the background, and that is what you want to do. The next thing I want to do after I've done this is that I would like to go and pick my image that I downloaded. That is my image. This is the image. Although the one I downloaded, I removed the background, but as I was looking for it, I did not see it. I went back to download this one. If you are using Canva Pro, we are going to remove the background using Canva Pro, the Magic Studio. But if you are not using Canva Pro, you can go to remove BG. From your remove BG, you can remove the background. So that is it. But I believe everyone in this class is using Canva Pro, because we are in master class and I gave you all the tips on how you can use Canva Pro. So we are remove the background. Now I'm left with this. I want to resize the image. Let me resize the image to suit a position. I will resize it. So I will expand it if I like. If I don't like, I will leave it like this, because regardless of how I do it, later after the design, I will still make sure I resize it to fit in and to give me a fantastic outcome. So now I want to go to text. So in the text now, let me type something. You know what we are designing is thank God it's Friday. So I want to type only thank. I don't want to put that God, because I want them to have different font style and font size and font color. I'll change this color to white. As I said, if you are designing, make sure you are not using much color. The colors you are going to use should not exceed 3 colors for now. And your design will still come out excellently. So This is the time I'm checking the fonts I will use. So you can see the avalanches of fonts. Bold, that is what I want to use. Every font style has their function. So I want to use this acid bold. Let me check if I can see Bebas. No, I don't want to waste my time. Let me use this acid bold. I think it will perform the function of what I really needed it to do. Boom, that is what I need. So I'll move it up a bit, resize it. Make sure as you are working in accordance with what we teach you about alignment. You can see balance each text with good alignment. You can see the line. So the line will show you that it is really in the position that you want it to be, the center position. So if there's any other font that I want to bring now, I would like to duplicate this time. So the font I'm bringing now, which is God, must align with the first one. They must be in the same alignment, the same center alignment, since this first one is in the center. So I'll type God. So bring it, make sure it's aligned. I'll increase this one. I don't want it to be the same font size with the first one. So let me increase it. Let me go to font size and increase it. So if I'm satisfied with this, although I'll still readjust it, make sure you position it to be the same alignment with the first one. You can see the line. I'm satisfied that the line showed me that it has aligned with the first one. So I will either increase. No, it's too much, I think. But as we proceed, I might even later want to change it. So let me just do kind of reduce it. So and okay, I don't want everyone to be capitalized in this one, so let me change it to thanks. So I think it is okay like this. So the font of that God, I'll work on it later, sha. So the next one I want to put, you know what we are designing is thank God it is Friday. Now I want to type that it is, I'm joining it. What you can do is that you can always duplicate the font. So let me move this image back down a bit so that it will give me access to tap on the font or text as the case may be, and I can then duplicate it. And I see in this position itself the image is very much okay, so we are good to go. The next one we are doing is to just duplicate rather. So I've duplicated the tank, so I want to type it is. So in short form, I've typed it. So I'll bring in it here. I don't want everything to be black and white. So I would like to change the font of this. However, you can see what I'm doing here. That it is. I put it at the left side or left alignment. You see, in that left alignment, I make sure that Canva displays that line, that it is well balanced. And any other font that I'm bringing after this will be below that it is, and they must be in the same alignment. That is what will give your design a very good balancing. So I would like to change this color to yellow. As I said, I'm using 3 colors. The first color is yellow. I'm using black and white. You shouldn't use much colors. It will not make your design to look very much okay. So let's proceed. I want to choose that color that will match with the lady's clothes. So that is the color there. I'll tap on it. So just watch carefully. Graphic design is not something you do in haste. You cannot be rushing and you claim you want to get a perfect design. Everything has to do with plan. As we planned before we start this journey, so we need to plan and make sure that we are working according to our plan. No form of deviation. If peradventure there should be any deviation, the deviation should not be much, or it should be better. So your planning is a guideline towards your design. So for everything you are doing, make sure you are planning well. This is the color I want to use. So let's wait, and I think I'm trying to check the color. So hold on, and you see this, it is, I'm not going to place it like this. I will definitely, so I've seen the color, so let me use the color. That is the color. I'll teach you guys color picker. I can easily just type the font and pick the lady's clothes, the color of her clothes, and I will use it to type that it is, so, and it will match. So that is exactly what I would have done. But since I've gotten the color, let's proceed. I will show you that later in our next design. Guys, as you are watching, make sure you watch carefully, because we are going to do an assignment afterward. So the assignment you are going to do is in the description below. But if you are watching this and you are not in a master class, you can join via the link in the description. So I brought a shape because I don't want that, I want that it is to be black. So you cannot put black on top of black. That's, so you need to do what we call color contrast or complementary color. So this time around is going to be color contrast. So I'm moving I want it to be very well positioned. So I'm using the notch button to push it so that it will not be too much. Now that I've positioned it, I would like to change it to black color. Change to black color, so you can see now our design is becoming, is getting life, right? So let's proceed. And see, just make sure you take your time, don't rush, because the clients you want to give your job to will be the person that will recommend you directly or indirectly. After you've worked for a client, you can easily get a review from that person, either in written form or even video will be better. So just take your time to design, don't rush. Now that we have placed it like this, the next thing you want to do is that I would like to type the Friday. We say thank God it is Friday. That is what I want to bring now. Though I want to change, let me change the font. You see handwriting, so let me change it to handwriting. I will love apricot, something like that. So I would like to change it to, so that everything will not just be looking, we need to play with the functionalities we have there. And that's what makes you to be a designer. You design from scratch, not taking templates from Canva. It is very wrong. It is very wrong. So apricots, fine. You can see that the font style had changed, and it changed to nothing but something good. Now I will reposition this because I want to duplicate that God. Now I've duplicated it. I want to type Friday. I want to type, even as we have not completed the design, you can see how it is looking beautiful, but at the end of the design you will see how good or nice it looks. So we tap Friday. Sorry, I type through don't mind me, Friday. So you make sure you expand it. I want this Friday to touch the lady's clothes because I want to create some kind of effects. Like I want to create some kind of color effects. So this is it. I think okay. And as I said you must always balance your font. So I'm aligning it with this. It is, you can see what I'm doing, so that everything will be in the same not good alignment. You can see the alignment. Now I've aligned it, so I want to go to notch so that I can position it very well. So instead of me moving it, that will be too much. So that is what I'm doing now. You can see, you tap the notch, tap it. So I think it is okay like this. I just want everything to be in the same position. Be a perfectionist. You cannot be a perfectionist, right? Be close to it. Just make sure you are close to it. So this is what we are getting. I want to bring the image. The God font is too much, so I want to reduce it. The core message here is that Friday. You understand? So that is why I'm making sure that that is the most pronounced, as in big font, in that design. So just take your time, watch this video and replicate it. You can use this technique to design many flyers as you deem fit. So I'm positioning, you can see what I'm doing. I'm positioning the alignment. The goal itself, I'll make sure that it is well aligned with the first design. So make sure everything is very much aligned. The alignment is what is going to bring life to your design. That is what I'm trying to do now. I haven't positioned it, so let me now work on that Friday, and that it is whatever. So you must make sure you balance the front. I'm reducing this one, so just keep watching. Make sure everything is much okay. The Friday now I can move it by going to my button, so I'll move it the Friday. No, the stuff image, bring it up, then let that one join it. Still going to the edge, use it to push it. It is well positioned, isn't it? Take your time and be calm. So the Friday now, I want to move it up. There's a reason for this, and you see the reason later. See, what I want to do is that I want to duplicate this Friday. That is what I want to do. I want to duplicate it. So you can see, even if I did not change anything here, my design is coming out. You can see the smile, the joy in the girl's face, and you can see. So just calm down. Don't worry, I'll bring the picture back. I'll bring it back. It's misbehaving, so I have to remove it. So the Friday now, I've duplicated it. I'll bring it down, not too down, closer to that one, and I will change this one, the text formatting. Just make sure you work with, you see the effect, go to Holo. That is Holo for you. You tap it. So it has given me this font. I will take it and align with, make sure it's aligned with the Friday. So let me reduce the transparency a bit. So I want it to be showing faintly, not that much. I don't want it to be competing with the Friday. Let me check. I don't want it to be showing much. Then what you want to do now, as you have done that, is that you move it and make sure it's aligned very well with the Friday. Make sure it's positioned on the initial design, that Friday design. Make sure it's positioned. The transparency, as we've chosen, so the nudge, I want to use the nudge to push it. My network is frustrating here, so just bear with me. So use the nudge to push it. So make sure your design is well positioned. So I want to balance between the two images so that everything will give me a nice outcome. I want a nice outcome. So that is what I'm doing now. So you can see that stuff. Do you see what I just did there? Even the Holo stuff that I got in there, I make sure I bring it down. So the Friday, I want to make sure that the Friday is taken to the back, while the Holo is in the front alignment. It is aligned to the front, so that I will now put it on top of each other. What effect is it going to bring? You will see it at the end of this design. So I've aligned the two together. So just keep watching as I'm doing this design. Replicate it. The description in the description you will see your own what you are going to do for me. So I've duplicated that holo, so I've gotten another one now. So the one I duplicated is what I want to work on. Now I will reduce the transparency. I want to reduce the transparency. I mean, this is the first holo transparency was high, but this second holo, I want the transparency to be lower than the first one. Then you duplicate it and move it down. You duplicate it. So if you look at your screen now, you see how beautiful and transparency that Friday looks. It looks very okay in the design, and that is the motive of that transparency that I did, the second one that I duplicated. So watch how it is going to be after I've brought back my image. So welcome back, the lazy girl. Try to bring the lazy girl back. Tap on it. I don't know why this network is frustrating. So I'm having issue with the network. Guys, don't be annoyed. It will come back. So let me try again. So sorry, let me try again. Okay, before that, let me just put an exclamation mark in that god. The reason why I did not put that exclamation mark before is that a text should not be both bold and italicized. Italicized means bend, a font that will bend. So, and that sign, that exclamation sign, I want to use it and I want it bent. That is how I want it. So you can see my this thing, coily handwriting, whatever. So I'm looking for that one. Someone, you can see this font is bent. That's why I choose it. So I will apply it, then move it to where that god is, and I want to increase it so that it will be pronounced for you to see it clearly. So then watch it carefully and replicate it. Your assignment is in the description below. So okay, you can see, thank God it is Friday. So what is left in this design? Guys, suggest what is next. We are going to bring our image. It is misbehaving, so I have to close it. Canva will auto save it, so we bring it back. It's my network that is disturbing me, so I'll bring it back. And you see that tank, that is my image. I'll tap on it, so it's loading. I think the network is now okay. So fine, it has brought back my design for me. I think by now I should be able to access my image, the lazy girl that is happy that finally it is Friday. She will not go to work on Saturday. So let's tap and use the bring the girl. Make sure that it covers the screen. As case of you that you are watching this video but you are not in our class, if you want to do this kind of design, I told you where you can remove the background of this girl. Go to remove BG, then from there you can remove the background of the girl, then you bring it back to your Canva and design it. So a lot of people always think if you are using Canva you are not a good graphic designer. It is far from that. Although in this our master class we are using Canva, we are using Pixel Lab and some other software. So this is Canva tutorial. After once we are through with the Canva tutorial, we want to move to Upwork. After Upwork, we are going to go back to the next one, which is the other software. So the lady's image now, I'm bringing it to the front. Bring it to the front. You can see, you'll be wondering, so you can see, let me position it first and take, I think I will have to take up, let me change the position of that my font first of all you move it the distance to position well. The holo is what I'm trying to work on. I want to make sure that it is well positioned with the Friday, because by default I want to change the font to black. Sure you get, so that it will have different color with that Friday, because as I position it, it is not showing me what I want it to show me. Then bring it. You can see what it is displaying there. So if I move the image around now, it will be giving me some kind of effects that I want it to display, which is just like a double color, black and yellow. That is what it is going to give me. Now you can see, can you see it? Can you see? Oh, you cannot see because I placed it on the yellow. Let me move it up. You can see the effect. Exactly, that is what I want to do. That's what I want to do. I want to create this kind of effect. Yours can cover a bit more than that. Why? It can cover although you are not designing Friday, what you are designing, you see it in the description. And as you are designing, you give me reason why you choose the background that you use, why you also choose the image that you use based on what I taught you. You see what I'm doing? I move that one to the front so that it will show that balancing. And the design in the bottom, you move those one to the back. That other holo, move it to the back. Make sure it's not back, just back of the image. And the second one too, you move it to the back of the image. After you've done that, this is our design. So let me move the second one as well. So, and the transparency, or increase it as in the background. I want the image that I use in the background, I want it to show a bit, to show a flash of lights. So that's what I want to do now. The transparency, I want to, like, I told you when we pasted it that the transparency, you can see the effect it is giving me. You can see. So that is what I want to do. I just want the effect to be showing at the bottom of it. Now, how do you see this design? So you are going to give me a design that is better than this, and I surely believe you guys can do it, and you do more. So check the description below and do your assignment. So that's the end of this class. Thank you very much.